Welcome to another hacking video. Let's exploit Postgresql, which runs on port 5432. The first thing that we need to have already running in the background is MSF console, of course, because we're going to use it to scan a few modules that we can perform our exploit on. So let's wait for this to load up. But in the meantime, we can just go into another terminal and load up the nmap scan. So you have this port that we need to exploit. It's a TCP port. It's obviously Postgresql, and this is the version of the service that's running. And it also has an SSL certificate, but this is not something that we need, right? So I suppose this is also invalid now. It's outdated because it speaks of dates such as the SSL. No, this one is still valid, right? But this is not something that we need. I'm just showing you guys that compared to MySQL that we mentioned previously, because we hacked into it and we had a part where we had to skip the SSL authentication. Right, so this one we won't need it, but I'm just mentioning that you can see that there's an SSL certificate and it's valid. But anyway, because we're hacking this port, we'll just go clear this and we will go into our Metasploit. First thing that we need to search is look up Postgresql. There are a few exploit modules that we can use. The first one being this one, the payload. We have another one, but that's for Windows. You have an auxiliary module. We have some auxiliary modules. I suppose one's for logging in. There you go. You have ones for logging in. These ones, generally speaking, if you want to perform a brute force attack, you generally want to go for these ones. But now we have an exploit module, so we'll just use this one because it's obviously going to allow us access into the target host without any sort of hassles. So we'll just use 23 and go options. It also mentions here that there's something new in Metasploit 6.4. This module can target a session on our host. Okay, so this is basically new to our Metasploit. I will just simply set our host to 59. That's the IP address over here. We also need to set the L host, which is the listen address, and this is our own IP address, the IP address for the Kali Linux machine that we're running. Set L host. Set L host to 192.168.8.35. That's my IP address, or that's the IP address for this virtual machine here, the Kali Linux machine. Session to run this module on. A session will be created for us, so we don't need to set this on. Yeah, so I believe that this is all that you need. So you have a Postgres and you have another one, Postgres here. So this is going to be the database that we'll have access into, and this is the password for that database here. So we'll just go run. And I'm noticing a few things here, a few things that are also useful in the new Metasploit. It's uploaded as a TMP, so this should be cleaned up automatically. So this is essentially going to cover your tracks. So that's a nice thing. So this is a super awesome update. So we go print working directory. We are in this directory. We go cd root, cd root ls la. You have access into these ones here. Let's go cd home and go ls la. You have the user here, you have the service, MSF admin, and so on and so forth.